Tyrese Halliburton's Achilles tear injury has caused a lot of controversy on whether or not this kind of injury is preventable or not. So let's talk about it. Real quick, I've seen pretty much everyone say that this kind of injury is not preventable. And so I figured someone else has to make a case for the other side. And that's exactly what I'm going to do. There's so many things I want to say. I'm going to try to keep this video as brief as possible. First things first, this injury was not caused by a lack of strength. I know Tyrese may not look the part, but I think it's safe to say that he's very strong given that he's playing at the top level of the NBA. The second thing is that every Achilles non-contact injury looks exactly the same, where the heel drops down to the ground as the player loads more weight on that foot, as well as the extreme dorsiflexion that we can see, and then you see the Achilles pop. My issue with this is the fact that why aren't we training players to just keep their heels off the ground? You can just train yourself to stop at where you plant the balls of your feet, stop there, and then go. And that brings me to my third point, which is simply training on the balls of your feet and keeping your heels off the ground. That's kind of all you have to do. And that's exactly why we do that with GOATA. Because we want to prevent injuries like this. So many injuries happen when our heels are stuck in the ground, and we want to just keep them off the ground as much as possible, preventing things like this. And don't get me wrong, I understand why people say that this kind of injury is unpreventable, because stuff does happen, players get unlucky, it is part of the game somewhat. But I do feel like it's a bit of a cop-out answer considering the fact that these kind of non-contact injuries are happening more and more. I like to think that training and recovery methods have improved a lot over the years, but I'm not sure that's the case considering how often these injuries continue to happen. At the end of the day, I think it's fair to say that nobody knows for sure if this kind of injury is preventable or not. But for me, I want to believe that something like this is preventable, simply because that mentality will keep me with an open mind and help me to ask the right kind of questions that will lead me to discover how we can prevent things like this. I just think that's better than simply saying there's nothing we could have done to prevent this and then just moving on.